Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This is Open House 2021, 2022. You were talking about the Integrated Math 1 course. My name is Mr. Cortez. I've been lucky enough to be teaching mathematics courses for a little less than a decade, if you want to be specific about it. Prior to being at Lower Merion, I was in Springfield and Drexel Hill. Over the summer, key highlight point was that I biked from Boston to New York. That's a typo. So let's change that. Boston to New York. These things happen, you know what I mean? So Boston, New York, it was a nice little ride. If you ever want to give it a shot, let me know. I'll send you the route. But it was Boston and New York. I'm lucky enough to be your student's Integrated Math 1 teacher. If you need to email me, my email is found here at the bottom. Capiche? Sound good? Let's keep it going. How students will learn this Math Integrated 1 through a variety of ways. We work in labs cooperatively, also independently. I have mastery checks along the way to make sure students understand what they're doing before they move forward. We also have videos with examples and videos of labs where students are encouraged to rewind if need be, pause if need be, ask questions in class if need be, or say, hey, I didn't really understand the video. Can you show me this example in person? So the videos are a small portion of the class, but it's not the here all say all way that students are going to be getting all of their content and understanding. Why do I do this? I think that mathematics is a challenging subject. I think that repeating myself is a wonderful tool, but I'm only one person, and being able to rewind and hear things again and again and go slow down with material helps students that have been absent, students that are away, students that need to hear things more than once. So that's why I offer a lot of video content. Of course, the objectives of the course are to get us prepared for Integrated Math 2 and Math 3. We start with a lot of pattern recognition and describing this, and these are some of the ways that I plan on reaching those objectives of being sufficient in math context, enough to go to Integrated 2 and Integrated 3 and move forward. Sound good? The role of homework and assessments. These are opportunities for me to give feedback. These are strategically mapped out after a lab. And we'll actually talk more about this mastery check bit and how homework and tests are kind of thrown in there. So allow me to demonstrate how this mastery learning dynamic works. When we're approaching a new topic, students are given clear objectives. Clear objectives. That's where we start. They're highlighted on a worksheet. If you want me to send you one, let me know, but they're also on Blackboard. The clear objectives then help us lead to a variety of things. It could be to the labs that students can complete pretty much at home if they want to, or in class. I think whatever you finish in class, you don't have to do at home. So I leave a lot of opportunity to complete assignments in class to the point where you don't really need to do homework if you're managing your time well. From the labs, what happens after that? There is usually a video where students take notes on this. Students take notes. They should pause. They should rewind or stop if need be. What else can students do with this video? They can also ask me questions in class. We can talk about the video or any examples that were covered. That's where students are interacting with some of the examples that are done in class. We also have some we do as a group, as a whole. So from the video, students can then work cooperatively or independently on practice. And these are all arrows drawing. So we start with clear objectives for a unit or a topic. There's most likely a lab that kicks it off, sparks some interest, gains some curiosity about the content. There's a video that talks about very specific examples that students are asked to watch and take notes on. And then we practice the material either with a buddy, so working collaboratively. I work with tables in here. The class design has tables. So I always am looking for collaborative work, or if somebody wants to kind of work on their own, that's okay too. After the practice, what happens? I check on this. So there's a check. And then we kick into the mastery check. So once the practice looks good, everything's correct, students then should move towards the mastery check. And what is that? Those are just 2 to 5 problems. So 2 to 5 problems that I asked students to complete to show me that they really understand what they were doing in the practice and in the video and in the labs. Students are asked to retake these if they don't pass. And so let's kind of demonstrate what that looks like. So let's imagine that the student passes. That means that they would probably look back at the objectives and see what they do next. But let's imagine that a student does not pass. That student is then asked to practice a little bit more because I'm not convinced that they're ready to move forward. So notice that this helps students that are willing to just move forward and they get material and they're ready to just knock out whatever comes their way and they get it. This also gives students some opportunities to really check themselves and take their time and practice material, because I'm confident that if they really take the time to practice and understand material, they will do just fine. So of course, after the mastery check, that's where we could open up for quizzes, and there might be a test along the way where students can take this up to 3 times. If they want to. Quizzes, you can retake those as well. So the mastery design allows students to manage their time, to realize, all right, I need to do X, Y, and Z before Thursday. Do I want to do X today and then Y at home and maybe Z tomorrow in class? It really teaches a lot of time management. I think it helps students realize what they know and what they don't know, and to also just take their time with the material because it's tough. I've been Mr. Cortez. If you have any questions, my email can be seen here at the bottom. If you have any questions, please reach out. I look forward to working with you and your student this year. Thank you for your time.